過ぎた季節が嘘だとしても重ねたぬくもりは嘘じゃない君が残した背中の傷跡は今もずっと甘くてだからずっと痛くて
Yo, what it do, guys? It's your boy, Leon Mookie, and today I'm doing something a little different. This is a little special for, well, the future children of the number one hero. This is basically a video me explaining about Izuku's, well, future children, and I'm basically going to be talking about their quirks, their personality, and one little fact about them. So, yeah. So, with that said, let's get into this, shall we, guys? First up, Izuku and Ochako's kids, as they are twins, fraternal twins, actually. First up being their son, Sojuro Midoriya. His hero name, the Blazing Hero. Combustion. Quirk, Cinder. He's basically able to breathe flames just like his grandfather, Hisashi Midoriya. However, he's able to coat his body with his flames as well, and able to shoot them out like that of Endeavor. But he most uses them as that of repelling himself forward and using them as attacks for later. His personality is that of an eager, rash, and kind of, arrogant, kid growing up. Due to him being the son of Deku, the number one hero, he always seemed like he had to be on top. He had to be the strongest to prove that he is worthy of being his son. Not only that, he also, admired Ochako for her sense of strength as well, of kindness and caring. Even though he doesn't show it as much, he always wants to make sure that everyone he cares about, from friends and family, are basically safe. Especially, not only that, he may not have that much of book smarts, but when he's in combat, he's basically always combat ready. He's aware of his surroundings and the surrounding of of those he's fighting against and those he's fighting with. Because of that, he's considered to be the best, quirked adept out of everyone in his family. And also, fun fact, he's addicted to mochi just like his mother, of course. Next up, Yumi Midoriya, his twin sister. Yumi's hero name is Miravity, just like her mom's name, but using her, dad's name instead. Quirk, Gravitational. Just like her mother, she has that of pads on her fingertips that allow her to manipulate gravity. However, instead of basically manipulate gravity to that of zero gravity, like her mother, she's able to manipulate gravity and basically manipulate her own gravitational pull, such as pulling things to her, pulling things away from her, and even able to have things circle around her, like that of a protected, circular shield. Her personality is that of, kind-hearted and loving. People say that she's basically, the same as her mother. Kind-hearted, caring, bubbly, always cheerful. However, there is a difference between her and her mother. She is 100% gullible as hell. She'll believe literally anything people will tell her once. Because of that, she's always, outsmarted by other people around her, mostly in combat, and also in strategy and tactics. Fun fact, Yumi has a crush on the twin sons of Momo and Shoto, their names being Yuichiro and Yosuke. She fell in love with both boys growing up, and she can't decide on which boy she likes the most, and is quite indecisive because of that. Next up, Izuku and Melissa's son. Name, Sid Midoriya. Hero name, the Legacy Hero, Guardian. Quirk, One for All, Full Powered. Sid is quite the, unique boy. He grew up loving heroes just like all of his other siblings, but he always admired his father the most, and even his mother too, as both of them seemed like the perfect duo. He wanted to be that of a support gadgets engineer and a pro hero at the same time. Because of that, he's a hard worker, diligent, and always confident in his skills and abilities. But he's not afraid to ask for help from not just his parents, but also from his siblings as well. Because of this, he values teamwork and trust over that of, just doing things all by himself more than anything. Fun fact, Sid chose the hero named Guardian as that of a way to honor his mother's last name, being Shield, since a guardian is somewhat like a shield as well, a shield for all those in need. And next up, Izuku and Mei's son, Kenshiro Midoriya, or as he likes to be called, Ken for short. Hero name, Oracle. Quirk, Techno. His quirk allows him to manipulate technology around him, from that of computers to electric cars to other support devices that use that of digital programming, and is even able to hack into other technology as well in just a matter of minutes. Ken is a bit of, he's similar to his mother, but the complete opposite of his mother at the same time. Where Mei is always, that's of not taking her time when it comes to making support devices, Ken basically is that of a, patient and somewhat by the book kind of kid who prefers making his support devices and his tech with that of calm and rashness. Some say it's due to the side effect of his quirk, which basically allows him to manipulate all types of tech in which he needs to be in the right state of mind to do so. However, once he makes his support devices, he basically blocks out the entire world around him. If you want to try to get his attention, wait until he's done, because when he's working, he's basically blocking out the entire world itself. Fun fact, Ken is actually a huge fan of Disney musicals. Given how old they are, actually. He enjoys listening to them while working on his support devices. And the next pairing being Izuku and Himiko's daughter. Their daughter being Psycho Midoriya. Vigilante name, Madam Slaughter. Quirk, Blood Control. She's able to manipulate the blood in her body to create that of weapons and shields to protect herself. She can also gain anemia if she loses too much of her blood, or if her blood weapons or defenses are pierced or destroyed or pierced through other means. She's actually the spitting image of her mother, a bit of a psychopath, and is not afraid to hurt people to get the job done. However, unlike her mother, she took up her father's sense of justice to protect those in need, and seeing those who need to be saved, to take that chance more than anything. Because of that, she's basically one of the few people in the family who's not afraid to take a life if it means saving others. Fun fact, unlike her mother, who has that of obsession over blood, Psycho, on the other hand, actually obsesses more over, meat more than blood. Next up, we have Izuku and Tsuyu's son, Rin Midoriya. Hero name, the Heights Hero, Kojin. Quirk, Elasticity. He's basically able to stretch his limbs like that of a, snake, and from his arms to his legs, and is able to go as high as that of 20 feet. And he looks more like that of a mixture of both his mom and his dad at the same time. He doesn't also show that a lot of facial emotions. So a lot of people think that he's, emotionless, but that's far from the truth. Ren is one of the most emotional people of the Midoriya family, as he doesn't speak with his words, he speaks more with his actions, he's shown more emotion through his body actions and body language at that. Fun fact, just as he inherited the, stretchiness of a frog from his mother, he also inherited non-resistance to cold, just like his mother. So he's also known to go into hibernation just like her. So he's known to go into hibernation as well. Next up, Izuku x Rumi, or Mirako. Just like Ochako, Rumi also had twins. The oldest twin is Koyuma, vigilante name Savage, quirk Beast. It's a transformation quirk that allows her to, turn her body to more bestial, like have that of razor sharp claws and have that of animal heightened senses. Because it also makes her somewhat bloodthirsty when it comes to battle. She is similar to that of her mother, always ready for a fight and is always ready to take down the bad guys whenever they get in the way. Personally, she doesn't really believe in the hero system all too much, even if her father, her inspiration, and her role model is the one leading the charge of defeating villains and criminals. Just like her father, if she sees somebody in trouble, she won't just sit by and do nothing. She'll help out whenever she can, and consequences be damned to her. Next up is the youngest twin, being Yuto Midoriya, vigilante name Tracer, quirk Blink. His quirk allows him to teleport to different locations. However, it has to be locations that he has seen. He can't just teleport to somewhere without being there. His personality is somewhat that of a timid and shy kid, almost somewhat afraid of his own shadow, actually. He's also afraid of letting people that he cares about down in front of them when they have expectations for him. But even so, he refuses to sit by and do nothing when there's stuff that needs to be done. Fun fact about both of them, the two of them are basically inseparable. Unlike Sojuro and Yumi, Koyuma and Yuto are always together. They're always, it doesn't matter what happens or anyone that gets, or wherever one goes, the other follows. And wherever the other one goes, the other follows as well. They're always inseparable together. Next up, Izuku and Kaina, or Lady Nagant. Their daughter, being Kagami Midoriya. Vigilante name, Armory. Quirk, Living Weapon. Just like her mother, who has the ability, whose quirk is called Rifle, her quirk is called Living Weapon, and she's able to, just like her mother, turn parts of her body into that of weapons, like that of rifles, handguns, blades, scythes, and many other weapons as well. However, she can't create that of devastating weapons, such as like that of a rocket launcher or a grenade launcher at that. Only that of weapons that won't put too much of a strain on her body. Kagami is that of a, calm, collective, and cool person. She's not afraid to take a life if it's necessary. She's also a bit of the loner of the family. She cares about her siblings and she cares about her parents as well. However, if you wanted to basically see her around, she's rarely seen by anybody that isn't in her friend group or if she's not with her family. So yeah. Also, fun fact, she's also known to be a huge weapon nerd, always known about certain types of weapons from any country all around the world. Moving on to the others, being Izuku and Fuyumi's daughter, Koharo. Hero name, the Frozen Hero, Snowflower. Quirk, Freezer Burn. Her ice is basically so cold that it feels like their skin is literally on fire, but given on how cold it is to absolute zero. She's even able to use the ice to hover in the air for short periods of time. Her personality is that of a bubbly, cheerful girl, almost similar to that of Psycho. However, Koharo always tries to look at the bright side of things and always tries to be cheerful, no matter how negative things can get. She always wants to make sure that everybody can smile, even in the most depressing situations. Fun fact, she also has that of a fondness for cold soba, just like her uncle Shoto Todoroki as well. We also have that of Izuku and Shino/Mandalay's son, Tsubasa Midoriya. Hero name, the telepath hero, Mind Surge. Quirk, Force. He's basically able to manipulate things with his mind by moving objects with his mind as well. He's also able to read people's minds alongside able to contact people through their minds as well. Due to how much that his Quirk can do with only his mind, he's always has to keep a control over his emotions. If he doesn't, he's able to lose control of himself. Tsubasa is that of a kind and caring kid, always having to have that of a schedule and a plan, always raring to go. He's just like Sid, he's also known to be that of the family strategist and prefers things to go as he exactly plans it to go, no matter what. And this may make him seem like that of a control freak, but in reality, he's just a guy that prefers things not to go crazy, given the things that he's been through in his life. Fun fact, Tsubasa has a huge love for cats, given that his mom and he's always been around the Wow Wow Pussycats all his life growing up. He can't help but love cats, no matter what. We also have Izuku and Ipan Josei and their son, Kon Midoriya. Hero name, the Rising Hero, Katsune. Quirk, QB. He has that of a mixture of a transformation/mutation quirk. He basically is able to turn himself into that of a human bipedal kitsune called the QB, where he's able to create that of blue flames around his tails and throw them as projectiles. Not only that, his strength and durability is also increased alongside a small speed boost as well. But once in this form, he loses all sense of morality if he stays in it for too long. His personality is that of a shy, timid, and caring kid. He's also Izuku's biggest fan as well. Just like how Izuku is a huge All Might fanboy, Ko is a bit of a, Deku fanboy, given that how much that his father has inspired him to be a hero. But he also inherited Izuku's timidness and shyness, not because he has been bullied, but his siblings have always been there. Because of that, he always feels like he is the runt of the litter when it comes to the rest of his other siblings, feeling like he's always having to be protected by them, but wanting to live up to Izuku's legacy, just like Sojuro. Fun fact, he has almost all of Deku's merchandise and is also the president of his father's fan club in Japan, so there's that as well. And last but not least, we have Izuku and Setsuna's daughter, as she has that of two names. Her first name is Hinata, and her nickname is that of Hiru. Her hero name is the Dragoon Hero, Hiru. Quirk, Salamander. Her quirk, just as her quirk says, Salamander allows her to have that of the features and that of the scaly figure of a salamander dragon with wings and claws and everything, with even the fangs too. However, if she loses a limb, such as her arms or legs, or and sometimes even her torso, she's able to regrow it in just that of mere minutes. However, if she takes too much, it takes too much of a strain on her regrowing her limbs, causing her to have that of being tired and also pass out, needing to rest. Her personality is that of a rough and tough tomboy. She's just like Koyomi. She enjoys battle and enjoys a good fight more than any guy or gal. Because of that, she's known to have that of being one of the always training and always trying to make herself stronger, and is never afraid to back down from a challenge. Fun fact, just like Ko, she's also a huge, Deku fangirl and has almost just as much merch as Ko. She's also was teased by her siblings growing up that she's, that of a daddy's girl, to be honest. Mostly because she's always, she never listens to her mother, but always listens to Izuku. And that's all of Izuku's kids. I hope that actually paints a picture on each of the kids of their hero name / vigilante name, and also their quirks and personality. And look forward to the next chapter that comes out in a couple of days or so. So, with all that said, this is Leon Mookie, signing out, and I hope you all have a good day.